Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk to you about Captain Mar-Vell and, well, what we think of that movie. We don't know too much about this movie. We know it takes place around the 90s. We know Captain Mar-Vell is going to be played by Brie Larson. We know her real name is like Carl Danvers. That's kind of what we know about the movie. It takes place in 90. Nick Fury is going to be in it. I think all two eyes, too. So that will be something we haven't seen before. And the villains are supposed to be the Skrulls. So we're going to see how that works. I don't know too much about them. I'm not a huge Fantastic Four fan. They weren't my favorite in the comics. Their movies did not help them one bit, in my opinion. The first two a little, the first one maybe, the second one not so much. That rebooted garbage one I don't even want to talk about because it was so goddamn bad. How could you screw up so bad? That was just, I don't even want to talk about that. Just forget it. Scrub it from my memory. Anyways, moving on to Captain Mar-Vell. So, like I said, this movie takes place in the 90s, which, after Avengers Infinity War, spoiler alert, I think I know why. At the end of Avengers Infinity War, a lot of people turn into dust. You ever heard that song? Another one bites the dust, and another one gone, and another one gone, another one bites the dust. Yeah, that's kind of the ending of Avengers Infinity War. And in the post-credit scene, Nick Fury has a pager. Yeah, a pager. Bruh. It's 2018. I don't know what year it is in the MCU at this point, but it's around the same time, right? A pager, but think about it. Well, it was pretty banging in the 90s. It was a pager. And Nick Fury, in his last kind of dying ash breath, clicks and, well, pages Captain Mar-Vell, at least her symbol, so that must be Captain Mar-Vell, right? Maybe she's out on some cosmic mission. We have no idea what she's really doing. I guess Captain Mar-Vell will clarify that, I believe. I know that was a kind of a teaser for the movie. And judging by the fact that it was at the end of Avengers Infinity War, and not, say, Ant-Man, I think it's going to directly tie into Avengers 4. She might be the reasons they pull this off and defeat Thanos. It's her, probably Tony Stark's Iron Man. They're going to come up with something to defeat Thanos. How are they going to do it? I'm not 100% sure yet. I have a few theories, but I'm not 100% sure yet. Nothing concrete. I thought about a little bit, but let's just think what they're going to do with Captain Mar-Vell. So it's in the 90s. Nick Fury is probably going to find her, recruit her, or something like that, and they're going to fight the Skrulls. Other than that, I have really no idea what's going to happen. But towards the end of the movie, it's probably going to explain why she left, because she hasn't been in the MCU since. So this takes place in the 1990s, which is, I mean, after Captain America, the first Avenger, but way before every other MCU movie. So where was she? What was she doing during this whole time? The Guardians never saw her, and they're out in space. But maybe there's somewhere in between? Maybe she's in another realm? Another universe? Maybe? I think this is what they're kind of going to go to. The two movies coming out between Avengers 3 and 4 are Ant-Man and Captain Mar-Vell. These are movies that I think are going to talk about the quantum realm. And I think this will play a pretty big part into maybe defeating Thanos and finding where our lost heroes are. They might be stuck inside the Soul Stone, or they might be hidden deep inside possibly the quantum realm, where Ant-Man has hinted at this. Hank Pym's wife was lost inside of that. So that's kind of one thing that they seem like they've been hinting at throughout the MCU. The MCU is very, very smart in their planning. They know exactly what they're going to do today, tomorrow, next year, and so on and so forth. They have this stuff planned out so far that we're like over here, and these guys are friggin' they ain't even down the road. They're in the next country. They're so goddamn far. They're in the next state, the next province, whatever. They are far away. They've been planning this stuff from day one. So they got a big thing planned. I believe that's how they're going to incorporate it. I don't really know what's actually going to happen in the Captain Marvel movie. I don't think the whole movie's really going to affect the rest of the MCU because this happened so long ago in the 90s. I just kind of imagine they have to touch on where she was for the past almost 20, 30 years, depending on when this movie takes place in the 90s. I don't know what, we don't know what she was doing or where she was. So I think she's going to be a pretty big part of defeating Thanos. Plus, she's a pretty strong character, so that'll help. I mean, you could always use like another basically Superman, Thor kind of character. She's like ridiculously strong and fast, so that is going to help. Everyone you can get at this point is going to help. I don't think she's going to have turned to dust because, well, that would be somewhat pointless, right? So yeah, I think she's definitely alive. And we'll have to see what happens with that one. But anyways, that's what I think. I can't wait to see the movie. It looks like it's going to be a fun movie. It comes out just a couple months before Avengers Infinity War, Part 2, Avengers 4, whatever they're going to call it. Goddamn Marvel. So, see, I think they want it to be fresh in your mind so you can see the movie and then it'll lead into Avengers 4. And I think, they tease her at the end of Avengers Infinity War because they also want to boost their ticket sales. Let's be real, they're trying to make that money. So they're going to do that. They want you to go see Captain Marvel because it's going to set up Avengers 4. And, Marvel's like one big, long TV show of movies. You watch episode 1, episode 2, and they all interconnect in between. So you got to watch episode 1 to kind of understand episode 2. And by the time you're on episode 19 at Avengers Infinity War, imagine you watch all of the 18 other episodes, movies, of their show, of their series, right? Because they want you to know. They kind of throw all these characters in. They don't introduce anybody because by now they're like, well, you should be up to date on this stuff. And that's kind of what they're doing. And that's what they're going to do with Captain Marvel. They want you to go see it so you're up to date. And you go see Avengers Infinity War Part 2, Avengers 4, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And you understand what is happening. So that's my take on Captain Marvel. Looks like I don't know how it looks because I've only seen like one picture of Brie Larson in a Captain Marvel suit. But it's probably going to be a good movie. Marvel really doesn't disappoint too often with movies. So, can't wait to see it. Anyways, till next time, guys. See you later. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, well, give it a thumbs up. If you really didn't like this video, then, well, give it a thumbs down. Wah, wah, wah. Anyways, till next time, guys. See you later, and